Hello everyone, welcome back to this session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Comprehension Ability. Now, this is part number 36. So, let's begin this session. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some reading comprehensions. In this session, we will discuss three passages as you can see over here, that is passage number 35, passage number 36, and passage number 37. So, we will be doing all these three passages in this session. So first of all, we'll do passage number 35 and then passage number 36 and then passage number 37. And also we will be doing questions based on these passages. So first we'll read the entire passage and after that we'll start solving the questions based on these passages. So first we'll begin with passage number 35. So here is passage number 35. As you can see that the passage is Mahatma Gandhi believed that the industrialization refers to the control of industries or the setup of industries was no answer to the problems that plague the mass of India's poor and that villagers. Okay, it means industrialization is not the solution of the problems of the mass of India's poor people and the villages. Mass of poor people means you can say population, a lot of population of poor people or the poverty, and the villagers. They should be taught to be self-sufficient in food. What can be the measurement or what can be the correct measurement? That they should be taught to be self-sufficient in food. It means like the villagers, they you can say they cultivate their own crops. Okay, weave their own cloth means they know their skills that they can weave their cloth. They can weave their cloth. It means they can stitch the clothes themselves. They weave the threads and make the cloth, okay, from cotton. And eschew means avoid. The meaning of eschew is to avoid the glittering prices that the 20th century so temptingly offers. Glittering prices means prices that look very beautiful, or you can say that attracts towards themselves. For example, glittering is something which is shiny, which shines. So glittering prices refers to the expensive prices of the 20th century so temptingly offers. Temptingly means they attracts, though we know well that these are not good, yet we get attracted towards them. Such an idyllic and rural paradise did not appear to those who inherited reins of political power. Reins means the control of political power. So these it means the villagers or the rural areas. They have compared the rural areas to the urban areas, because rural areas, though they lack in the you can say the modernization, yet they are better because they have their own paradise. They are not dependent on anyone. They can do everything themselves. They do not just give money. Though being poor as well, they can survive easily. Mahatma Gandhi's view opposed industrialization of villagers because it would take the skill of the villagers. Okay, it would undermine self sufficiency and destroy the beauty of life of the villagers. It would help the poor and not the rich. It would affect the culture of the Indians. Now, if we see the industrialization, as you can see in the first line, believe that industrialization was no answer to the problems that plague the mass of India's poor, and the villagers should be taught to be self sufficient in food, weave their own cloth from the cotton, and eschew the glittering prices of the 20th century so temptingly offers. So he's trying to say that it would undermine self-sufficiency and destroy the beauty of the life of the villager, because villagers, they are self-sufficient in food, they weave their own cloth, and they should avoid the glittering prices of the 20th century so temptingly offers. So they are very skilled and they should maintain it. So here the correct answer should be B. Okay, so B will be the correct answer. Now, the meaning of the glittering prices that 20th century so temptingly offers is, so they are asking about the meaning of this line. Okay, so Replacement of rural by urban interest. Obviously, they are talking about the rural interest and the urban interest, because here glittering prices that 20th century so temptingly offers mean the you can say the material of urban interest. Okay. Absence of violence and corruption, no. Pursuit of a commercialized material culture. So it is actually when we try to achieve the commercialized material culture. And both A and C, according to the situation here, A and C both are suitable, therefore D will be the correct answer. So D is the correct answer. As you can see, uh, first of all, by this line they want to he wants to say that eschew the glittering. Eschew means avoid. So what should be avoided? The replacement of rural by the urban interests. Okay, so the interest should not be replaced. And also, because if the villagers, they also feel the taste of urbans are good, so they will change themselves according to them, and that will destroy the beauty of villages. Okay, so pursuit of a commercialized material culture, because they can make everything on their own. So if they will be attracted towards commercialized material nature, commercialized material culture, or that material, the purity will be vitiated. So here answer will be D. Now the next question is, the basis of an idyllic and rural paradise is self-sufficiency in food and clothes and simplicity of lifestyle, supporting those holding power political positions, rapid industrialization of villages, bringing to the villages the glittering prices of the 20th century. The basis of an idyllic and rural paradise is self-sufficiency in food and clothes. Okay, so it should be A. Very simple. As you can say, what is the rural paradise? Paradise is actually that they know how to be self-sufficient in food, weave their own cloth, so they are not dependent on others. They can do everything on their own, so they are not dependent on others as the urban people are. Okay, so here A will be the correct answer. Which of the following best illustrates the relationship between the phrases, that is eschew the glittering prices and idyllic and rural paradise? The meaning of first is directly opposite to second. First and second are identical in meaning. Uh, Identical means same. First and second means these two phrases: eschew the glittering prices and idyllic and rural paradise. First of all, you must have second uh, in order to have first. Okay, it means idyllic and rural paradise. After that, you should eschew the glittering prices, or unless you do first, you cannot have second. I think it should be D, that is, unless you have first, you cannot do second. It means unless you eschew the glittering prices, you will not have the idyllic and rural paradise. Because rural paradise means when we are not dependent on others, that is the lifestyle or the beauty of the villages. Now, here it was a very beautiful paragraph, that is passage number 35. Now we will be doing passage number 36. I hope you understood each and every question of passage number 35. Now we will be doing passage number 36. So let's begin the passage number 36. So here we are. Now let us start reading the entire passage, and after that we will be doing questions based on this passage. We are tempted to assume that technological process is real progress and that material success is the criterion of civilization. It means material success is the criteria of civilization. It means of being civilized. We are tempted. Tempted means we are forced by mind, or we are forced, though we know that it is not right, yet we are forced to assume that technological process is the real progress, though it is not. If the Eastern people become fascinated by machines and techniques as use them as Western nations do, to build huge industrial organizations and large military establishments, they will get involved in power politics and drift into the danger of death. Now, drift into means when someone uh, is attracted towards another thing of more power, and not he's not in control of doing so. For example, if something flows in the water because of the external force or because of the force of water, and he is not in desire to be flow with that. That means he's drifting into that. Okay, it means when some external force, or the force which is external, it is attracting you towards it, and you are not in uh, control of that, or you are just entering into that part where while you do not want to do so, or you are not in control of that, you are just in control of another thing. That means you are drifting into that. So it is drifting into the danger of death, because if eastern countries they start following western countries or western culture, what will happen? Though western people they are doing, or they are in showing that control because they have initiated the power, but eastern they are just copying. They don't know each and everything about the machines and technology, and um, they will be losing their own control and will be in control of the western countries only. Scientific and technological civilization brings great opportunities and great rewards, but also great risks and temptations. Temptations means those desires which are not good yet attractive. Science and technology are neither good nor bad. Obviously, science and technology they are neither good nor bad. It depends on the usage of science and technology. They are not to be tabooed but tamed and assigned their proper place. It means they are not to be tabooed. It means we should not get in control of them, but tamed and assigned. Tamed means we should in fact control them, because they are not controllable, so we should control them in such a manner and assign them in proper place. It means we should properly utilize science and technology, which we are not doing maybe. They become dangerous only if they become idols. So they become dangerous when? Only if they become idols. It means if we worship science and technology, it will control us. We should not make science and technology control us. In fact, we should control science and technology according to our requirements. Okay. So the gist of this passage is that science and technology they are good as well as bad. You should decide to use or to misuse it. If you enable science and technology control you, you will be ruined. But if you control science and technology according to your requirement, you will become successful. Okay, so it is according to it is the very nice passage, or you can say it is very it it consists of a very nice message that should be implied, sorry, that should be uh, implement. Now let us see what are the questions based on this passage. Okay, so first of all let us start doing the questions. So here we have the question number 1. Science and technology will bring benefits to nobody, only western nations, only eastern countries, all if tamed properly. Tamed means controlled properly. So according to this line, as you can see, science and technology are neither good nor bad. They are not to be tabooed but tamed and assigned their proper place. It means they should be controlled and given the proper place. They become dangerous only if they become idols. It means only if we start worshipping them, but we do not have to worship them. In fact, we have to control them according to our requirements. So science and technology will bring benefits too, as you can see over here. Science and technology civilization brings great opportunities and great rewards, but also great risks and temptations. What is the requirement? Actually, we should tame and properly assign them. Therefore, D will be the correct answer. That is all. It will benefit all of us, but only if it is controlled according to our requirements. So if it is tamed properly, so D will be the correct answer according to the context of the passage. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, from the passage one gathers that the eastern people must. Okay, so they have talked about the eastern people, and the options are: build huge industrial organizations, avoid being controlled by machines and techniques, be fascinated by machines, appreciate scientific achievements. Now from the passage one gathers that eastern people must, what they should do. If the eastern people become fascinated by machines and techniques and use them as western nations do, to build huge industrial organizations and military establishments. They will get involved in power politics and drift into the danger of death if they do so. But here the question asks, one gathers that Eastern people must, it means what they should do, build huge industrial organizations. No, if they do so, they will drift into the danger of death. So here this will not be the correct answer. Avoid being controlled by machines and techniques. Yes, they should avoid being controlled. In fact, they should control machines and techniques. Be fascinated by machines? No. If they are fascinated by machines, they will drift into the danger of death. Appreciate scientific achievements? No, they should not only appreciate but also control it. So here B will be the correct answer. Okay, so the correct answer will be B. This is again very simple according to the context of the passage. Now the next question is, according to the author, the science and technology should be. The options are tabooed and eliminated from life, used in controlled or and careful manner. So according to the author, science and technology should be used in controlled and careful manner, encouraged and liberally used. Liberally means leniently. Extensively exploited for industrial production. No, in fact they should be here. As you can see, they are not taboo, they are not to be tabooed. So tabooed and eliminated from life? No, it is not like that. It should be tamed and assignment. Assigned means controlled and properly used or properly assigned. So here again B will be the correct answer. Simple. It is very simple again according to the context of the passage, that B is the correct answer. That the science and technology should be used in control and careful manner. Okay, it means according to our requirements. Now the next question is, according to the author, people think that real progress lies in. Options are working on the same lines as Western nations, taking risks and facing temptations, material success and technological growth, and having large industries and political power. Now, as you can see, the first line it was written, we are tempted to assume that technological progress is real progress and the material success is the criterion of civilization. So, according to the first line, it is material success and technological growth. Okay. Technical progress means technological growth. Okay, so here C is the correct answer. Again, it is directly given in the passage first line. Okay, so C will be the correct answer. Now here passage number 36 ends. This is again a very easy passage, and I hope you understood each and every question of the passage. This was very simple. Now we will be doing passage number 37. Okay, so let's begin passage number 37. First of all, we have this question. Oh, sorry, we have this passage, the entire passage. Suppose first we will read this passage, the entire passage. So, in this work of incessant and feverish activity, incessant means annoying. Feverish refers to fever or related to fever when the body temperature is high. But here it means annoying activity. Men have little time to think. Little means there is no time of thinking when a person is doing or try to do some incessant means an activity which is very annoying or irritating, which is instigating or provoking us. Much less to consider ideals and objectives. So he does not care about the things and people, and in this work of incessant means uncontrollable. Yet, how are we to act, even in the present, unless we know which way we are going and what the objectives are? It is only in the peaceful atmosphere of a university that these basic problems can be adequately considered. Okay, it means these type of basic problems, they can be adequately considered only in the peaceful atmosphere or the environment. It is only when the young men and women who are in university today and on whom the burden of life problems will fall tomorrow learn to have clear objectives and standards of values that there is hope for the next generation. The past generation produced some great men, but as a generation it led the world repeatedly to disaster. Two world wars are the price that has been paid for the lack of wisdom, one man's part in the generation. Now, as we have already seen, the two world wars that have already occurred, they have done so many wrong things with this world, that we know very well that those two uh, acts or those two words were not the act of wisdom. It means though they happened, but that was not good. It should not have done. I think that there is always close and intimate relationship between the end we aim and the means adopted to attain it. It means our target and the strategy that we have made to attempt it. For example, you can say the goal or the destiny and the way or the route that we have chosen to uh, get it or chosen to reach it. Even if the end is right but the means are wrong, it means if the destiny is right but the route that we have chosen is wrong, it will vitiate the end. Vitiate means debase or lower the end. It means it will spoil the end or divert us in a wrong direction, or it will divert us in a wrong direction. Suppose, it is just an example, suppose there is a destination. Okay, here you have to reach, but you are taking there is a path which is this, but you are taking this part. Okay, this part, and this has some more paths here. Now what you have done, you have chosen this path to go. Now it will might be, it will divert you somewhere else, and it will not let you go to the destination. It will divert you to another path. So it can happen if you are not choosing the correct path to reach the destination. Ultimately they are trying to say you that if the destination or if your target is something else and the means that you have adopted to reach that particular target is not fine, is not good, or it is wrong, then you must be diverted to somewhere else. Means and ends are thus intimately and inextricably connected. Inextricably means that cannot be separated. That indeed has been the lesson of old, taught us by many great men in the past, but unfortunately it's seldom remembered. Though many things that have already happened in past and all, there were many great men who taught us this, but seldom it is forgotten. It means no one follows it. Okay. So here the first question according to this passage, I hope you understood the meaning of this passage. This is a deep passage and a very meaningful passage. So now we will be doing questions based on it. So the first question is, people have little time. Little means less time to consider ideals and objectives because they consider these ideals meaningless. They do not want to burden themselves with such ideas. They have no inclination for such things. They are excessively engaged in their routine activities. Now, they are asking about people have little time to consider ideals and objectives because. What is the reason behind this? As you can see, it is written in the first line. As you can see it over here. According to these three lines. In this work of incessant and feverish activity, incessant means annoying and feverish activity, men have little time to think. Men does not have time because he is already engaged in routine activities. So there are many chores of work to do. There are many pieces of work to do. He is totally engaged, so he does not have time to think, much less to consider ideals and objectives. Yet how we are we to act even in the present unless we know which way we are going or what our objectives are. Okay, we know we need peaceful atmosphere, though in this work of incessant and feverish activity. Feverish activity means hectic schedule. Okay, so here this feverish activity means hectic schedule. So according to this, the correct answer should be D, that is they are excessively engaged in their routine activities. That is why they have little time to consider ideals and objectives. It means what is right or what is wrong to do. So answer will be D because his schedule is already hectic. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is, the burden of life's problems in the fourth sentence refers to. So here the options are the incessant and feverish activities. In the fourth sentence they are asking, The burden of family responsibilities, the onerous duties of life. Onerous means difficult, okay, which are very difficult. So he is asking about the burden of life's problems, and the fourth sentence refers to the sorrows and sufferings. Now let us see where this line is written. The fourth sentences. Okay, so the fourth sentence is the burdens of life's problems. Now, as you can see, here it is written the burden of life's problems. Now let us read this sentence. It is only when the young men and women who are in the university today and on whom the burden of life's problems will fall tomorrow. Will fall tomorrow means the coming session, the coming era. It means future. Learn to have clear objects and standards of values. University means in the world. Okay, when the young men and women, it is only when the young men and women who are in the university today and on whom the burden of life problems will fall tomorrow. Burden of life problem means very difficult situations or very difficult problems. Therefore the answer should be, according to the passage or according to the fourth sentence, it should be the onerous duties of life. It means C, that is uh, the onerous duties of life means the burden of life problems is the difficult duties that they have to fulfill tomorrow. Okay, so the next question is, the two world wars are price that men paid due to absence of wisdom and sagacity, his not caring to consider the life's problems, his ignoring the ideals and objectives of life, his excessive involvement in feverish activities. Now, as you can see, the world war are the price that has been paid for the lack of wisdom when parts in this generation. Obviously, so A will be the correct answer, the absence of wisdom and sagacity. So, according to the situation, according to this line, A will be the correct answer. Now, let us move to the next one. And the next question is, now first of all, let us see the next question. The next question is, according to the writer, the adoption of wrong means even for the right end would not let us attain our goal, bring us dishonor, impede our progress, or deflect us from the right path. As you can see, it is written over here. That means an end, even if the end is right but the means are wrong, it will vitiate the end and divert us in a wrong direction. Okay, so obviously it will deflect us from the right path, means it will divert it from us from the right path. So D will be the correct answer according to the context of the passage. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is, now first of all, let us see the next question. And the next question is, the word vitiate used in the second paragraph means, as we have already read this word over here, vitiate. Okay, so they are asked about the um, meaning of this particular word. Vitiate means to lower in the value. Okay, to lower something in the value. Negate or debase, tarnish or destroy. Obviously it will debase it. Okay, so here B will be the correct answer according to the context of the passage. Okay, so here we read these three passages, that is passage number 34, 35, and 36. All three passages were very good, interesting, and meaningful. Also, we did questions based on these three passages. I hope you understood each and every passage and the questions based on this passage. These were very simple passage. You can again read them and try to analyze the meaning of these passages. So I hope you understood this. I hope you liked this entire session, and in the next session as well we are going to discuss some more passages. Now you should practice more and more and try to read the newspapers, because with the help of newspapers and editorials you will be able to solve the reading comprehensions very easily. Thanks to you.